Miracle Boy Boxing. I'm your host, Austin Cruz, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to talk to you guys about a potential Mexican showdown, all Mexican, between Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed champion at 168 pounds, against Jamie Munguia. If this fight happens, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, this is going to be one of the best fights we are going to see, or you're going to see, between two Mexican fighters. Why? Well, if you look at their styles, if you've seen them fight, you'll understand what I'm saying, man. These two guys, they are what you want to see in a Mexican fighter. They come forward, throw punches, and in bunches, and they go for it, man. They are risk takers in that ring. They're risk takers, and they swing away, man. They come to fight, come forward, bang it out. You hit me, I hit you back harder. So it's a potential fight, man, because Jaime Munguia coming off that sensational stoppage win over John Ryder. Canelo beat Ryder, but I think Munguia did it in a more impressive fashion, especially stopping him. Munguia looked really good in the fight. Bouncing on his toes, good jab, good straight right hand that was not missing, barely missed, if anything. And the patience, man. Training, being under the tutelage of Freddie Roach. Definitely sharpened Munguia up. Munguia, Freddie Roach is one of the greatest trainers of all time in boxing. 7-time trainer of the year. You don't get that by accident. And when you train with Freddie Roach, man, he doesn't play. He does not accept fighters. He does not play around when it comes to the training. So if you're in there, if he chose you to train, if he chooses to train you, you got to give it your all, man, or you're out of there, or he won't waste his time. So, and when it comes to the sparring at the Wild Card Gym, it's top-notch sparring, man. Those sparrings are wars. But, Freddie Rose likes fighters like Munguia, aggressive fighters. He likes aggressive fighters. So, Munguia fits perfect. I'm sure they had a hell of a training camp for the John Ryder fight. We all saw the work, saw the patience, the jab, the right hand. When it was time to get aggressive and go all out, go for broke, we saw it. But Canelo Alvarez versus Jamie Munguia, man, this had all the makings to be a fist-stick firefight, man. The Munguia that fought John Ryder versus the Canelo Alvarez that fought Charlo. Think about it. Canelo coming forward, hands up, walking down Munguia. And Munguia, the one that fought Ryder, busting him up with right hand and dropping him, and the patience and the jab and the, Munguia is a very one of the best volume punchers in boxing today. A very high work rate. He throws a lot of punches. So if you get that with that Canelo Alvarez, right, we are in for a brutal fight at 168 pounds. This is a Mexican war for sure. This is going to be Eric Morales versus Marco Antonio Barrera. This is going to be Israel Vasquez versus Rafael Marquez. Francisco Vargas versus Orlando Salido. This is going to be a brutal fight. And I have no doubt. And they will definitely do some big numbers on pay-per-view. A lot of Mexicans for sure. Majority of the crowd, wherever this fight takes place, is going to sell out. The majority, a lot of Mexicans are going to tune in, and turn out as well. I'm sure this pay-per-view, this fight is going to be I'm sure it's going to be hitting in the millions, maybe. It's going to hit 1 million pay-per-view buys, man. Canelo Alvarez versus Jamie Munguia, that's an attraction. Jamie Munguia has a pretty good fan base, big enough fan base, and of course Canelo Alvarez, the best Mexican fighter right now, in my opinion. So you put those two in the ring together, you're gonna create a Mexican Super Bowl of boxing. This is what it is, the Super Bowl of Mexican boxing. Which one the Mexican fighter will win? Which one? Famous line from Larry Merchant in the third fight between Barrera and Morales. The Mexican fighter will win. Which one? Which one? You know, you go. Both of these guys has tremendous records. 60 wins for Canelo Alvarez, 2 losses and 2 draws, 39 knockouts. Against Jamie Munguia, 43-0 with 34 knockouts. Of course, both impressive records, but of course the record for Canelo Alvarez, if you look at the resume, is one of the best in boxing today. Jamie Munguia has not fought anywhere that level of opposition that Canelo has, but he's doing good so far, man. He really impressed and got a big win over John Ryder, who's a solid 168-pounder, who's no slouch, and you know, to me that's his biggest win. Of course, Canelo Alvarez has a who's who in that record. He's got Shane Mosley, he's got Miguel Cotto, Austin Trout, Alfredo Perro Angulo, Arizlan Lara, Callum Smith, Sergey Kovalev. A who's who in the sport of boxing. Triple G, Gennady Golovkin. You know, Jamie Munguia has not fought anywhere near the opposition that Canelo has fought, but beating John Ryder was a good start. Was a big step actually, and he looks sensational. So we get that Munguia in there with Canelo, man. We're gonna be in for a fire fight. We're gonna be in for a hell of a fight, a classic. This fight will not disappoint. You got 2 guys that are coming to fight, no doubt. They ain't stepping back. Munguia ain't running nowhere, and neither is Canelo. So let me know what you guys think about this all Mexican showdown that could probably happen. Maybe not this year, likely next year, hopefully. But you know, that's my take on that. It's a tremendous fight if it happens, if and when it happens. You know, Canelo Alvarez versus Jamie Munguia, man, on all Mexican showdown. Tremendous fight. Perfect time for that fight will be Cinco de Mayo or September in the Mexican Independence Day weekend. Either of the two, man. That's a Mexican blockbuster right there. American Web Boxing. I'm your host and crew. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, guys. Salud para talk to you guys about boxing right here. Canelo Alvarez versus Jamie Munguia. Mexican, the ultimate Mexican showdown at 168 pounds. Hope it happens. American Web Boxing. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.